Alright, what is up, Shmuptember? I'm greatjhon. I'm going to be running Zonk here. Looks like I'm going to be kicking off the TG16 block, little mini TG16 block. We might have some later on in the marathon, but from what I saw, it looks like we got 3 games in a row here. So if you haven't heard of this game, it's a cute 'em up. It's a really fun shooter. It's not too terribly long, but it's a blast. So I was gonna be doing a race here, but my partner had to drop out, so you're stuck with me. I'm just gonna do any percent run on sweet mode. We've got sweet, spicy, and bitter. So sweet mode's basically easy percent, any percent. So let's go. I'm gonna try to skip selecting the companion here. Nope, I didn't do it, but basically you can skip that real quick and just not see that screen. It's about 2 seconds. So what's up with this game? Basically, all I'm going to be doing is playing the game all the way through, trying to do really well at the bosses and all that. But basically, it's just do things fast. Let's not get hit. Let's not die. This will be a 1 credit clear if I can get through the last stage. Basically, the last stage is the only real challenge of this run. So the mechanics of this run basically is just hold down the shoot button. We do have a little bit of a charge attack, which I'll show off a little bit here. And we've got a companion that you can also transform into your companion. I almost always won't do it if I can, because it slows you down in the speedrun. But I will try to do it once so I could get some invincibility on a boss coming up. But yeah, this also has a little bit of regional differences between the US and Japanese version. So I'm running the US version because I'm on the TG16 mini here. But the Japanese version is a lot more entertaining when it comes to this run. You get a lot more like quirky humor in it. Whereas this game is obviously super quirky already. But alright, we're gonna come up to our first mid-boss here. Every level has a theme, so we're kind of doing like a ship nautical theme for this one. So there's like basically huge ships as our old bosses here. There we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, definitely one of the most serious shmups of all time, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's one little attack that I will be using a little bit, is that little back boost on my feet. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, who is Zonk? Well, obviously he's a futuristic early 90s version of Bonk. Way cooler, ultra radical. But yeah, it's basically set in the future. There's actually a neat little reference to Bonk's adventure at the end of this run. I'll have to point that out, but yeah, I remember playing this game around the same time as Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge. Yeah, so if I would get that big smiley right now, I would transform into the missile, Scud, because of course, it's in the 90s. Yeah, Punkik Cyborg is, I don't know if Tenjin was part of the name, but Punkik Cyborgs is what I know the name to be. Anyway, coming into our first boss of round 1 here. And so key to this boss I'm trying to do is I want to get my companion just like all up inside this guy, because then he's just going to do a ton of damage while he's just hanging out inside. And if he's about to die, that's even better, because then he'll just kind of hang out, fall off the screen there. Yep, there you go. Easy. Always recycle to the extreme. Alright, stage 1 down. So there's only 5 stages in this game. They're all really cool. Stage 2 is Cyber City. Oh, they also all have different names in the Japanese version. So they've got one of them. This one might be the one that's called Brain Town or something. Laser, one of the most OP weapons in this game. Especially good for this one. Yeah, they had little in-jokes about how they named the games to the PC Engine. I'm not even going to try to pronounce them, but it's very fun. Yeah, so this is kind of your typical cyberpunk city level, and it gets even more futuristic and cool by the end. But yeah, this laser I can just lay down on the enemies, and But you also get this charge attack, which I was talking about earlier, is you just hold down the other button and get a charge attack. Get to clear out the screen. It's basically the sort of the bombs of this game. Oh, speaking of, there's also an actual bomb that you get to drop. So if you hold this down, you get to drop a missile and just destroy everything on screen. Now, in the Japanese version, he actually drops a huge pink poop. So we're missing out on that with the US version. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, I could have sworn this one was a cat when I first was playing this game, but it's actually a dog. And actually, if you do the special attack with this guy, he's just shooting out the letters, bow, 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 the words. Should have been my first hint. I actually really dig this weapon for this section. It's like, I'm sure it's lagging the game, something fierce, but it's a really nice way to clear out the screen. But yeah, here's your cyberpunk city. Cyberpunk 1992 or whenever this game came out, 93, something like that. Also, shout out to the soundtrack because the soundtrack is banging for this game. You know what? It's fun. Let's do it. I'm not gonna worry so much about the time here because this is hilarious to see. Bow, 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 bow. And I am invincible at the first start of this, but then I can actually just carry this ability until the end of the level if I don't get hit, which I may or may not do. But yeah, I can just wipe all these guys out. Invincibility! It might actually be kind of hard to keep this with like it taking so much of the screen with these shots. It's absurd. I do want to go for this like totally OP weapon, this boxing glove. That's one of my favorites. That's what I'm shooting for in the last level. But yeah, this game's pretty easy until you get to the last few stages. All right, here's a mid boss for this one. This is one of the weirder of the mid bosses for sure. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it's snakes in a tower, so I call it Snake Tower. Why not? All right, so I lost my special ability, but I need to get my companion back to help out on some of these bosses. But yeah, the charge attack with this boxing glove, that huge hitbox. Oh, it looks like I lost it, but that's a bummer. The huge hitbox when you charge that though, it just like sits there on the screen and it does damage while it's sitting there. I didn't think I realized that when I first played this, but it's doing tons of damage, which is why it's good for this boss. I wish I had it, but I'm probably gonna get this. I'm just really showing off all the power-ups instead of just my favorites. So as it turns out, there's a pretty cool weapon here. That's pretty decent on this boss. It's pretty similar to the boxing glove. This little like chain chomp thing, because you can just hold this down. A lot like the boxing glove. It just doesn't stick around as long. You're a little bit more tethered to it, but I'm gonna forego the invincibility with this. Yeah, you can see the game's lagging like crazy now with all these ghosts. Get out of here, man. I don't know how they stacked up so much. I'm used to having a really cool weapon here, so it's easy to just knock out all the enemies. So we're in the seedy underbelly, the garbage pile behind the city at this point. And as such, our boss has to be garbage themed because why not? We got flies coming out of this garbage bag. Alright, let's see if I can keep this power up for this fight because I do want it for the next phase. Oh no! Okay, I lost it. Well, the hardest part of the piece of the hut, this little garbage pile, is he's got a gun. So I want to get rid of this gun. And that's why I wanted to have those other weapons. See? Yep, he's still got it. He's shooting me. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Stage clear. It was a little scary. Could have been done a little quicker. All right, right, now we're in Rocket Stadium. So what's interesting about this level is I think it's pretty much entirely baseball. Well, no, I lie. Oh, look at that. My first death, wasn't even paying attention. I was gonna say it's largely baseball themed, but it's really like multi-sports because you got these little tennis players. Some jockeys, some polo going on. Maybe some dressage, not sure. Competitive horseback riding, anyone? But yeah, that's what's fun about this game. Is like we got so many shooters that are space shooters and a lot of dark themes, and you got games like this where I have a baseball companion who, when I transform into him, I shoot baseballs at people. Love it. Yeah, this stage is for all you sports fans out there. I guess it would make sense because it kind of looks like we're on a racetrack here. So it must be kind of like a horse race mixed with sports. Come on, let's go. Now we're gonna be fighting a mascot. Let's go. I was gonna say, is he already done? No. He's done now, though. My baseball buddy's helping me out a lot. Alright, so I want to try to be timing my invincibility and transforming to when I get to the boss, because if I can get to the boss with it, it does help out a lot in a boss fight. So I'm trying to be careful about how many smileys I pick up here, because I think you do about 7 or 8, and you're going to transform into the baseball. Your buddy. But I should be able to time this right. And if not, it's okay. I'm not even sure what these guys are. They look like tires. I thought they might also be sushi at some point, but I can't really say. This level's pretty bizarre. Alright, I think I want this one. I think I need one more maybe. I wasn't counting. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. I think maybe after this one I want to get it. There we go, perfectly timed, because there's going to be a little bit at the end here. I'm going to hold off as long as I can. There you go. So right here at the end, right in between these, they give you some power-ups right before the boss, but I'm heading into the boss, hopefully with invincibility. And so we got a sports-themed boss. What's it going to be? That's right, a football. Okay, so I'm not sure. I still had invincibility, but I don't want to play that safe. But yeah, now I am the baseball player. But we're not done yet. We got a second phase. It's pretty easy too. And there we go. Destroyed the evil demon football. Alright, stage 3 down. Now we only have 5 stages, but the last stage is nearly half the game, so. Alright, so we got the underwater level. Now the key to this underwater level, if I can do it, is I don't want to lose this laser. I want to take this laser to the boss fight, because you don't get very good power-ups on this level. And the laser, as I said before, super OP. And it's gonna just rip through this boss. But the challenge is, you got a lot of projectiles. This is like where it actually feels like a tough shmup here. Usually a pretty chill game, but this level starts to get a little crazier. Actually having to dodge the projectiles, you know? Alright. So we got our lobster that we have to take out here. Yeah, so I'm trying to time these. Okay, good. I didn't get walloped by those ones this time. Those ones are the most likely thing to take me on this level. Okay, and I also don't want to replace it with a worse power-up, so let's not do that either. It'd be really great if I can get my companion to show up here too soon. Whoa, okay, yeah. It's pretty forgiving, because I think I might have actually got hit there, but it's pretty forgiving hitbox. Alright, so we're to the mid-boss. That's like the hardest part of the stage, but there's some tricky stuff at the end here. Oh yeah, if I don't have my companion, this might be just a little bit trickier of a mid-boss. We're doing good. We're doing good. Alright, so now we're gonna go deeper into the depths and see what's down here. Still got my laser. He holds it in his mouth, which I love it. It's like a little lightsaber in his mouth. So this part's not too tricky, except for these platforms. They're kind of like, if you touch them, you're gonna lose your power up. And they're just kind of hanging out in the air. And then there's enemies like this that pull you in. Yeah, see, I almost biffed it there. Okay, and I really don't want to get those power-ups. They both suck. Missiles especially lags the game fierce. Use that little back boost again. So not too much tricky left. I got a little bit of avoiding of those rock walls. Oh, and of course power-ups. Get these power-ups out of the way. You do not want to lose this. Okay. Got one more little. Got this guy, and then we got a dinosaur, and I think that's about it. But I wonder what's down here. What are we gonna fight? I'm not sure where we're getting these dinosaurs underwater, though. So many enemies are water-themed, but we just got this dinosaur. Alright, we kept the laser. Kept the laser the whole level. Boss fight time. Alright. Just watch how this is gonna be such a... Oh, I never got my companion the whole level. Didn't get enough smileys. Just noticed that. But yeah, it's kind of a joke. There's one more phase, but still ain't nothing difficult. Let's have our companion join at the end here. Oh, it's the bubblegum one. The gumball guy. You didn't do nothing. Get out of here. I like Scuba Steve better. I don't remember what his name is, but we always call him Scuba Steve. Alright, here we are, the land of drool. You're like, how could it be a bonk game or a zonk game without drool? Well, here you go. He's here, don't worry. And he's got some, like, kind of bonk clones or something to come along with him. Spoiler alert. Yeah, so this is actually pretty challenging if you lose your power up early on, because there's a lot of enemies going on. There's especially some enemies. There's this guy on the top right. I think it's like right after this part. If you don't take him out quick, he will wreck your day. That guy, that little bug in the middle, that bug in the top right, he'll do a little like Petra thing from Legend of Zelda, and he'll like surround himself with more bugs, and then he's just like all over the screen, and he's huge. Sucks. Yeah, this is companions don't matter too much in this one, especially like since they screw you over by the end of the level. You don't get to keep your companion, so even if you have her here, you're not going to keep her for the next part, and then you can never get them back, unfortunately. They're like, you know what, you've been using them as a crutch this whole game. Let's see how you do without it. Probably didn't need to take all those guys out. The atmosphere for this final level is really cool. It's getting like more and more interesting, and you're also kind of like going inside Drool's secret base here. Just a lot of fun. All right. Now, what do we say about the boxing glove? We want to keep the boxing glove the whole level if we can. But actually, we're gonna have to get a second and third boxing glove for this level because they keep taking away your power-ups in this one. There's these kind of like tiny mid-bosses, but they aren't serious at all. This next bit's gonna be where things start to get a little more tricky. Because Drool got wise, and he wants to take you out with his own cyborgs. And they both, just like you, look like Bonk. But see how that boxing glove, especially on sweet mode, just tearing things apart. I love the other Bonk laughing, the butthead Bonk. How do we shoot with boxing gloves on? Asking the real questions here. Alright, so we're going to be going into Drool's Evil Fortress here. Also, really cool. Just really cool looking. Hey, remember I said that we've got a Bonk's Adventure reference here? Well, look at this. We're playing the first level of Bonk's Adventure. It's awesome. Actually, maybe Bonk's Adventure was just a simulation the whole time. Who knows? Maybe it was really part of this game. But we're not really in Bonk's Adventure. It's just all a cruel trick by Drool. And things are going to get a little hectic here. Especially get a lot more hectic once we head inside. But yeah, spoiler alert, we're still playing this game. What if the Bonk's Adventure was the friends we met along the way? I'm gonna switch up my weapons here. But really, I'm just waiting to get the boxing glove again. Alright, so yeah, things get really wild here. Things get really laggy. I hate not having a power up here, honestly, because this part does get pretty sketchy. Alright, we're doing okay, though. Oh, that thing comes back if you don't take it out? Jeez. See, I'm used to taking care of it before anything bad happens. Yeah, this is where things get really hairy. I don't like this part at all, because this is where I want to keep the boxing glove, and it's really easy to lose it. And the lag certainly doesn't help. Oh, I did end up losing it. Well, that's a big bummer. See, and I like everything up to that point. Okay, so this is gonna make the boss rush a little harder here, but it's okay. We'll make do. I do like to show just how amazing the boxing glove is for the boss rush. So if we're lucky, we'll get it as one of the power-ups. Now, see, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm dying here. All right, so we have to fight all the bosses again. That's why this level's so long. So this will get pretty nasty until I get a good power-up. We'll see what I can do. I don't want to try to take out that big magnet. I just want to see if I can get the boss taken care of entirely. Oh, see, and this is what always happens. It gets stuck down there while I'm trying to get the power up. There we go. Okay. Are you doing okay? Don't want to lose this power up too. I want to see if they got something better for me. Nah. Okay, well, now that I got a power up, we'll at least be able to take out these guys pretty quick. And got our garbage boss again. Oof, he was gonna trap me in the corner. Take out his gun so we can defeat the evil trash monster. I think he'll still shoot at you regardless, but it's just like the gun makes it even worse. Wow, okay. Yeah, see, I'm missing the boxing glove right now for sure. Alright, you got a better power for me? Give me a boxing glove, a laser. Laser would be fantastic. They should be giving me a power-up. When you don't have a power-up, they're pretty generous with giving you some power-ups. I'm surprised they didn't send me one yet. There we go. Missiles, like one of the worst ones I could possibly get. Thank you so much. I'm already talking about how this part's so laggy. Let's just take care of them. There we go. I would still like a power-up. If you could give me a power-up, that would be beautiful. I don't usually have to fight this boss, so it's going to be trickier than I remember. Okay, what do we got? This one will work. This is okay. But honestly, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to do this. Definitely dying a lot more than I want to, but this is what's fun about this game, is that things get really hard on this last level, but they're going to throw you a bone. Oh, this is actually my favorite part of the level, because you just sit back and hang out. It's actually going to be way worse off for you if you go and try to attack these enemies, because it's just going to fill up the screen with projectiles. But you can just hang out under the conveyor belt. Just not do anything. So, give you a nice breather before the end. And just think about how, you know, that would have been a lot easier with a boxing glove. So hopefully you can give me another boxing glove. Like, one more boxing glove, please. Yeah, there were definitely a lot of silly shmups for PC Engine. I love it. And TG16 Mini lets you get to play a few of those at least. I know Parodius, if that's how you say it, is on there. And of course this one. So I don't even think you have to take this guy out. It's really just at the very end when you have to actually take some action. But we're still just chilling. We've got our boxing glove, we're ready to go. Assuming I don't lose it right now, jeez. Okay, well, I lost the boxing glove again. That's gonna make this fight also a lot easier, a lot harder. But we're gonna do okay. I can't believe I lost the boxing glove like every time it mattered. It's amazing. Okay, so that guy is really susceptible to that little back boost attack, so he's all good. He's all done. Yeah, and this first phase of Drool is actually a lot easier when you have the boxing glove, but it's like, it's not substantially faster. Like, I think you save a cycle or two. So I'm gonna be okay. We're still gonna finish this game. I know that's what everybody wants to see. And it's still gonna be a 1 credit clear. This is one of my favorites. He's just pissed at me now. I throw a gun. Ah! And see, now they gave me 9 lives, so I should be able to beat the boss. Now, funny enough, this is actually one of the hardest phases of this fight because it's just like a mess of projectiles, and they're really hard to dodge. So most of the time I just don't bother. Like, just get hit once, it's fine. Yep, and here's the big bad. Here's Drool, as he usually looks in the Monk games. He's got a cool new suit though. He's got like a little Iron Man thing going on here. And what's interesting is that little green thing that's following me around is preventing me from just like shooting unless I do charge shots. So since you're very unlikely to have a power up here, you just have to do these charge shots. And sometimes they just get eaten. Like that one got eaten where basically nothing got to Drool. So sometimes you can just like kind of get closer to him, but it's like it's really hard to dodge all these with everything going on. Everything's so random, so it's just better to just hang back and see what happens. See, I was trying to shoot there, but it was like not letting me do anything unless I did a charge shot. We are coming up on the end here. As soon as he starts to blow up and stage clear, that's it. And that is Air Zonk. Yes, the smart warhead here, the bomb, is actually just a giant pink poop too. It's a lot more entertaining than this. Dropping a bomb on the bomb. Yeah, it's unclear why your bomb is a pink poop and also the weapon they're trying to use against you is a big pink poop, but I'm not gonna ask. Alright, so up next we've got me again. I'm gonna be playing Lords of Thunder. That one is definitely the much more challenging game. I hope to put up a really good time. This was actually a pretty slow time for me because boss rush went really poorly, but yeah. But yeah, I'll be right back with you with Lords of Thunder, one of the coolest games.